On to Ukraine now. As cluster bombs are now in Ukraine's possession, the controversial weapons arrived a week after the U.S. announced it agreed to send them as part of an $800 million package. Moscow was warned that this opens the door for its forces to use similar weapons. Charlie Daggett is following the latest from Kharkiv for us. Charlie, there are already reports, and I think probably stronger than reports, that Russia's already been using these sorts of weapons, but that's okay. The other thing that would sort of surprise me is, Ukraine has asked for many different types of weapons, and often it takes a really long time for them to get what they need. I'm surprised at how quickly they've been able to access these cluster bombs. What are commanders on the ground telling Ukrainian soldiers about these cluster munitions?
Yeah, Anne-Marie, really good question. They got here in a hurry, but what I can tell you is commanders on the ground say they need them, and we've seen for ourselves that they're burning through the traditional, I guess, if you want to put it, the artillery along the front lines in places outside Bakhmut, northeast of here in Kupiansk. They need the kind of artillery shells, the conventional artillery shells that they're already using. They need more. And these cluster munitions, as we understand, we have confirmation from the Pentagon, they have arrived here. They haven't yet been deployed as far as we know. But commanders on the ground say, look, we need these weapons, partly because we're running low on traditional artillery, but partly because they're also very effective in trying to break through Russian defenses. Now, just a reminder, these are cluster munitions. They come in, they open up, and they eject a number of bomblets. Now, they can clear a minefield. They are anti-personnel. They can take out armored personnel carriers. They can hit defensive positions. So in terms of, a conflict, they are useful. In terms of use on the civilian population, I know the Russians say we'll have to use similar weapons. Well, I can tell you, we've seen plenty of evidence. They've already used them everywhere. In fact, we were outside a part in eastern Ukraine where we saw the damage done. People were killed and injured from some of these cluster bombs that have come in. So for the Russians to threaten that they're going to start using these weapons, they already are using them. And to be fair, the Ukrainians have been using them too. But they're using them on Ukrainian soil. The last thing they want to do is to use them in civilian areas. That's not to say that when fighting happens in civilian areas. Obviously, this is a conflict and it's happening on Ukrainian soil. But commanders say they're going to do all they can to make sure they're pointed in the right direction toward Russian forces in trying to spare the civilian population.
All right, Charlie, I want to ask you about a few other things. The Wagner Group. Now there's additional reporting now that suggests that some of the Wagner soldiers were given an alternative. Can you talk about what we know about what is happening with the Wagner Group? Are they still organized on the ground there? And do we have any indication as to where Prigozhin is?
Well, President Putin said when he sort of dissolved the Wagner Group after Yevgeny Prigozhin, the leader, was removed or taken out of a failed rebellion or mutiny, however we want to describe it. Many of those fighters were invited to take part in the ordinary Russian military. Now, as we understand it, and it's so difficult getting this information because a lot of this is coming out of Russia, so we don't know exactly what's going on there. They were invited to take part of the regular Russian military, but as we understand it, according to a Pentagon official, they have not returned in a meaningful way. And when we think of the Wagner Group, they were fighting as a group. They considered themselves a separate entity fighting under Yevgeny Prigozhin. So to us on the ground, it didn't seem that they were going to assimilate well into the normal Russian military. But this is significant. We're talking about 25 to 30,000 fighters, warriors, soldiers, however we want to describe them. So it's significant to suggest that those are now off the battlefield. And they are some of the most hardened fighters who did some of the hardest fighting in places like Bakhmut. So it will have an impact on the capability of the Russian military in the face of this Ukrainian counteroffensive.